Hello and welcome back. In the last episode, we saw a Swedish flag mounted in a house, but before we saw it, when we first saw the road and the nature and the birches and the names of the streets on the signs, we did mention that this looks like a good candidate for Sweden or one of its neighbors. So this was not a total gimme. In the end, it was a total gimme when we saw the flag, but it was not the only uh, sign and the only time we said Sweden. We said Sweden early, and we'll take some pride points for that. Time for the next trip. Alexa, cancel timer. Alexa, cancel timer. Alexa, start the timer for 10 minutes. All right. Let's say I have no idea, except I have a little bit of an idea. Hey, Google forgot to blur out a face. This is what I would describe as a Central Asian face. Mongolian, Kyrgyz, Kazakh are the early candidates. We did get dropped off on a road like this with mountains everywhere, and we ended up being in Kyrgyzstan. But the only way to figure it out was to cut the episode short and look on the map because the road ended so quickly that we had no chance of finding any identifying information. Didn't know which continent we were, much less the country. Was it this same location? Did we see the same truck and blew the chance to use it as the identifier? Not sure. I don't think so. I think those mountains looked a lot browner, grayer. These are very red. I was told when you see red dirt, think Australia and then South Africa, if not Australia. But this is not so much red dirt as red mountains, and I guess red dirt comes from red mountains. But let's look. Rigorifique viande. That looks vaguely French. FRC could stand for France. That driver may have come from Central Asia, but he may not be a native of this country. So the early impression that this could be somewhere in or around Kyrgyzstan again. Is that a hyena? Holy cannoli? That better be a doggo. I think that's a doggo. All right, so this is the kind of country where dogs roam. So be it Kyrgyzstan or South America, that certainly happens. I mean, dogs happen everywhere. Some countries adopt them quicker or catch them quicker than others. Certainly, where I come from, dogs used to roam in my childhood. Nobody thought twice about it unless they attacked someone. It is possible that things have changed. Haven't been home in a long time. There's probably fewer stray dogs. They've probably all been caught or adopted and neutered and somehow solved. Maybe it hasn't changed, but in a lot of these trips, I see dogs walking around. Okay, so forget Kyrgyzstan and that guy. I'm changing my mind. The way that guy looked, his headgear and his darker skin, is probably more like indigenous. I don't want to use the word Indian because that's wrong in so many ways. An indigenous American look, and this is Rampa de Frenado. So South America now becoming more likely. The fact that the truck had something written on it that may or may not have been French probably doesn't change. I've seen these walls and it's killing me that I don't remember where I saw them. I may have seen them in Colombia. And if I don't see better identifying information, I will throw Colombia out at this point. I don't have much more to go on. And if not Colombia, then Peru. Maybe I saw these walls in Peru, and I'm trying to think if the driver looked Peruvian and whether Colombians look different. I don't know. If Google did not blot out license plates, it would be easier to identify where in the world we are. But would it make the game more fun? Possible that it wouldn't. Velocidad Maxima. I've seen the sign a lot. Having traveled so much virtually is a gift and a curse because places start blurring together. Luxembourg and Switzerland start looking the same, and it's hard to make a quick call based on familiar look of things. Uh, all I know is that they're familiar, but I cannot tell familiar from which country. What is this? Is this Mexico? Can it be Mexico? Sure, sure. I don't think it's the shape of Mexico as I am used to seeing it on the map, but also I don't think it's any of the South American colors. Is this the same flag done as a stripe, or is the middle stripe yellow? Sail or Sale? CBBA. No idea what CBBA is. RV. Rutamar. Rutamar. Yeah. No help. Let's see what's on the back. What I was going to say is, should I be grateful to Google for blanking out license plates and making this game more challenging than it other would be? Okay, fine, but I'm not grateful to Google for blurring people's faces. I hate that. Talked about it to no end in past episodes. I'm sure there's a reason, and I'm sure there's a better reason for blurring out signs. I hate when they blur out signs. That makes no sense. Manuel Mamani, mas evo. So this could be what? Political graffiti? Manuel Mamani. Uh, more Evo. 2015, 2020. Those are dates. Manuel. So is this then more Peru? Rampa de Frenado. Is this more Peru than Colombia? Have I already been here? Have I seen things that look like this? And was it Peru? I've never seen these red rocks. No, never. I would have remembered them. Most places we go to, Peru and Chile, are very mountainous. Some places in Colombia are also mountainous. I feel like I need to make a call and right or wrong just move on because, well, for one, my phone is buzzing and I need to check if somebody really needs me in real world, even though this is much more fun. Puente Blur. That's dumb. Puente means bridge. Puente Villaya Due. And more Evo. Manuel Mamani, C27. Manuel Mamani. So somebody wants Manuel Mamani to be really famous and maybe get elected. Todos somos. We all are Manuel Mamani. 2015, 2020. What happened? Like somebody get killed, a 6-year-old boy, 5-year-old boy get killed, and they want him remembered and something good to come out of it? Was somebody in power for 6 years and wants to come back? And what is Evo? Evolution? EVO. Puente Villayaque. All right, quickly, we need to make up. Oh boy. What is this? A grave? A memorial? That's wild. And there is another doggo. Very calm, not bothered by the Google car at all. We're going to say Colombia and win or lose. I don't feel like stretching this out any longer than it needs to be. Wish us luck. And Colombia. Bolivia. Okay, fine. Oh no. Oh yes. It's actually a couple countries away from Colombia. I give myself points for being close. If I had said Ecuador, it would have been closer. If I had said Brazil, it would have been closer. Bolivia is a couple countries removed. Wasn't close on my mind. I've been to Bolivia a couple times, guessed it correctly from the currency. Long story, I'll tell it one day. Bolivia, that's a loss. And we'll take a screenshot. I feel like taking the dropping the bookmark at that memorial. This is pretty wild looking. Actually, we almost went the distance. Alexa, cancel timer. There, I thought I was doing good on time. Drop off the bookmark, take a loss, check the phone, and if nobody needs me, I'll do one more trip. See you soon. Thanks for watching.